every entrepreneur that starts a business, they have a why. And I think we were talking about that earlier. What is your why? Why do you do what you do?
One, being able to solve problems for people helps me feel like I'm contributing to something greater than myself. But also, I'd say here more recently, my why has really been around God. It's been very centered around God. So I've been developing. I'm like very new to the Bible and stuff, but I'm learning, and I'm like really enjoying that. So that contributes to my why. But in any endeavor that we do, we always have to have the story. And I think the why story is it shows up to me in 3 different ways. So it always starts with life. What does an ideal life look like? Financially, how much does that life cost? And then how the heck are you going to produce that money? So I think about it that way. And what happens is if I constitute that this is how I want my life to be, then now I've got to make commitments to produce that life. I have to be willing to incur the costs of that commitment, which sometimes that means I don't do that. I need to say no to those friends. I can't go to this today. I'm sorry. I'm working on something, right? Or whatever your story is. But being able to know what direction that you need to move in and being willing to incur the costs. So sometimes that could be looking bad, or maybe friends are like, dude, what's going on? You're not hanging out as much. I always like to add my story. Well, I'm not hanging out because of this why that I have. I want to live a good life now and also in old age. And that requires me to have a lot of money. Different from, I know a lot of people that they don't have that story of what it means to live a good life or how to take care of themselves in old age. My why goes always back to taking care of my survival, being able to adapt when the marketplace changes, because it always will. And then being able to be far away from survival, which is what I constitute as living a good life.
That's so fire! Fire, fire, fire! That's so fire, baby! That's so fire! Fire! That's so fire!